What's up, YouTube? This is Mad Mike Trucking. Thank you for joining me on my channel. I wanted to make a video about the 5 ways of getting paid in trucking as well as in the oil field trucking. I think this is an important concept for a lot of people that are new starting out in the trucking industry to understand, because that's what we're all out here for, is the money. We're trying to get as much money as possible for ourselves, our families. We're not just out here doing this for free. And a lot of people, when they're new, they say, oh, hey, that sounds like a good deal, but it's really not a good deal. You don't learn about these different ways of getting paid until you get into the trucking industry and you've been in it for a while. So hopefully this video helps you guys to shortcut a lot of the different ways that are horrible, and I'll start off with those first. Maybe it helps you to avoid some of those pitfalls that a lot of newbie truck drivers fall into. So to start off my top 5 list, the worst way to get paid, in my opinion, is on a per mile basis. And the reason why I say that, especially in the oil field, is if your truck is not moving, you're not getting paid. Which means when you're sitting at the truck stop waiting on a load, or you're sitting on the side of the road waiting on a load, you're not getting paid mileage pay because the truck's not moving. On the other side of that, in the oil field, we have really horrible lease roads, and unless you want to rip your truck apart, you've got to drive 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, I used to work for a company that paid a mixture of, hauling crude, 90 cents a mile plus 25 cents a barrel. And that sounds great. 90 cents a mile, that's a lot of money, especially in comparison to over the road. But 90 cents a mile when you're going 10 miles an hour or 15 miles an hour down the lease road, that's not very good money whenever you're talking about how many miles I can do in 1 hour. If it takes you, 5 miles, 10 miles to get to a lease, you just literally guaranteed you're making 10 to 15 bucks an hour to drive down that lease road. And then if you blow a tire, a lot of companies don't want to pay you hourly or anything while you're sitting there waiting on a tire guy. Since you're sitting there not getting paid hourly, you're sitting there not making any money. The tires aren't moving, the truck's not moving, you're not getting paid. So that's why I think that getting paid on a per mileage basis is the worst way to get paid in trucking. On the next note, number 4, getting paid by the load. By the load is an absolutely horrible thing, in my opinion, because if that load takes you 2 days to deliver it, it takes you 2 days to deliver it. Yes, you might be able to get it there faster, but things happen in the trucking industry. Equipment fails, whatever. And so there's that period of time where you're broke down on the side of the road and you're not getting paid. If you're sitting there having to wait for a shipper, if you're having to wait for a receiver, whatever, you're not getting paid for that time. That's a horrible way to get paid, in my opinion. Next way I want to talk about, and this happens a lot in the oil field, you won't see it over the road a lot of the times, is a day rate pay. And I kind of equate this to by the load. As far as day rate pay, it's basically like getting paid salary, but you're getting paid on a daily basis whether you run or not. Okay, now the only way that this makes top 3, or the number 3 on my list, is if you're getting paid a day rate pay on the days where you're sitting at the house or you're sitting at the hotel waiting to get dispatched. If they don't have any work for you, you're still getting paid. On the flip side of it, it's still salary pay. And so the problem that I have with that is, especially out here in the oil field, they have a tendency to want to run you illegally whenever you're on day rate pay, and they just expect you to take it and shut up, because we'll find another driver that'll take it. And then a lot of the times the companies will sit there and drop your day rate pay and stuff like that whenever things get slow, or they'll just come up with the rule, oh, well, on days that you're not running, we don't want to pay you, or something like that. It's not a really good of way to get paid, but it can make you some decent money if you get on with the right company. It's nice to sit in the hotel and they don't have any work for you, you're still getting paid. That's why it's number 3 instead of further down on my list. I hate salary. I think it's the horriblest way to get paid. I believe in a performance base or hourly wage, and that makes number 2. Hourly wage, as long as you're getting guaranteed the entire shift. You know, if I show up to work and my truck isn't running, you know, or there's no trucks for me to run, I still get paid for that entire shift, even though I'm not pulling any loads or the truck isn't working. You know, hourly is awesome because I'm still getting compensated for my time even though the wheels aren't turning. The best way, in my personal opinion, to get paid driving a truck or anything is a mixture of performance-based pay and hourly. Okay, what I mean by that, so again, when I was hauling crude oil with that one company, I was getting paid 90 cents a mile plus per barrel. Okay, and again, 90 cents a mile sounds great, but you're not being compensated whenever you are sitting at the shipper forever, whenever you're sitting at the receiver forever. A lot of companies don't want to pay what's called demurrage pay. Or they'll come up with a thing where they say, oh, you only get the demurrage pay after the first 2 hours. And that's basically to make you pay for the cost of you sitting there not getting paid, okay? So a mixture of hourly, let's say you get paid 10 or 11 bucks an hour. Yeah, that sounds like crap, but at least you're getting something. If the truck doesn't go out that day, you're still making on 11 bucks an hour, $133 for a 12-hour shift. That's better than making nothing. And if you have a mixture with performance-based pay, I can get compensated for working harder than my coworkers do based on my hard work. To me, that's the best way to get paid. It incentivizes you to bust your butt and work hard. It incentivizes you to actually pull the loads, and it also helps the employer. You know, yeah, he's giving you a smaller than normal hourly rate, but you're getting paid, compensated based on your performance. So it makes sense for him to pay you a little bit of hourly plus that performance-based pay. And so you can sit there and, you know, really crush it, you know, $200, $300, $400 a day, $500 a day because of that performance pay. You know, so that's my 5 ways that I think are the best and the worst ways of getting paid driving a truck or driving trucks in the oil field. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. And again, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share my videos with your friends. Maybe it's going to help them out, help them avoid some of those pitfalls out there. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.